It's like the worst time to be doing this to me. Really,
Perfect timing then.
I know. I'm on. If anyone wants to know, I'm taking something new, and I don't want to live anymore. Hello, cut that bit, editor. Hello, and welcome back to another wonderful episode of Let's Throw Now. Tonight we are joined by my little Tony.
Bonjour.
Everyone's favourite curry kitten.
Hello.
Well done for showing up last night and completing the video game Simon's Quest.
It's quite right.
So, well,
it wasn't called Simon's Quest though, so thanks for showing up and not remembering the name of the game we were playing.
Hi guys, are we waiting on Jack again? Lol.
He was last time.
He was the last on, so yes.
Jesus Christ, man! What the hell? Whose side are you on?
Theirs.
And we are joined by our Lord and Master Andrew / Frank.
Good evening.
And I'm Jack Bright to Fly.
How's your school going this week? Reasons to live school. Working out for you?
No.
Starting off on a nice positive note.
Thanks, Tone. Thanks for
we're just mental health is important. Is being concerned about your mental health.
No, he's not. He doesn't care.
Of course
the
I
only
do.
part he'll care is if I've left him anything.
Have you wrote your will out yet?
Yeah.
Excellent. I hope I'm on there.
Wow.
We know Frank's in it because Frank has to destroy the hard drives.
Yeah. I've got explicit instructions of which drawers and which items to destroy.
I know the drawer you're on about. That one definitely needs burning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got the great thing of flying Jack and dumping his ashes from the back of my quad. If he goes before me, so I know exactly where we're doing it. It's going to be good.
Well, jolly.
So, how is the score doing?
So has it gone up or down in the past 5 minutes?
Way down.
Do we need to mount the Tupperware on the quad yet, or what?
Yeah, I would.
I'll get printing a little dispenser.
You don't do that job anymore.
New job. You don't know what I've been up to.
Can you talk this week? Can you actually talk?
Probably not. Probably not. I will have a go.
Turn out the kind of sort of sheep thing, pig stuff, not busy for a grass tree.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I did better on Thursday than I did the day after because I was not stringing words together at all on Friday last week. But we'll see how I do this week. A salt shaker on a servo, just a little eccentric motor on the side. Yeah, I'll do it. But did your mental health points go up at all? Because apparently you went flying on Tuesday.
Again? This is unreal.
Yeah, well, I ordered from T9 Hobbies some new switches because obviously the Jippo bag. Members of the traveling community bag. Sorry, editor. Obviously, is not the best thing to transport your transmitter in. I've broken all the long switches off my transmitter. I ordered two. Only one showed up. They're completely out of stock. I bought a case for my transmitter. It doesn't really fit.
I've got a case you can have, a proper Trannis case if you want it.
What, the metal one?
Not a metal one. It's the the one,
the fabric one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that from Fab, didn't you?
I think so. Yeah, you can because I don't use it now. I just keep it in my big flight bag. You can have that if you don't.
I wish I knew. No, because I bought that.
Jack.
And so I only get switch warnings every now and again now. Went out, flew, had a really good time until the last battery.
Never
It's
fly the
always the
battery.
last. Why did you say? Did you say this is the last battery? I'm just gonna have a last battery. Don't ever do that, man.
Yeah, I didn't say it, but we were doing some like low and slow distance. We done the whole diagonal of the of the field, Waterhall Field, and cut a long story short, bloody low and slow ended in a fail safe, and it done the usual, the kiss thing where it tries to punch out a bit, and all it done was drag itself up the little mound at the end. So, and it landed camera facing me, so all the antennas were behind the actual quad. So got out 2/3 of a third of the field towards it, regained like telemetry. So I was like, I'll have a go at trying to rock it, with turtle mode. I just rolled down the hill, the embankment, and ended up in the ditch. And then some lady who was literally walking about 20 dogs, and one wasn't on the lead. So there was a dog like sniffing the beeping quad, and she's waving. It's like, it's there. And I'm like, I know. Like, I've watched it do the, and I'm like,
At least
yeah.
you're just trying to help and not,
Yeah, I
know.
because most dog walkers are like, get this away from me.
Yeah, but her dog was like just putting it in its mouth, like, and I was just like, don't do that. And obviously getting more in the way of the signal. So then I finally made it over to it, and I was just like, and for just like it just loved staying. Even when I got there, I was like trying to rock it from its battery, and it just loved being upside down. So I've decided that my drone's a bit of just a total letdown. It wasn't even that far. It was still like well within visual line of sight. So
was it running crossfire, or why did it? What?
Yeah,
it
running crossfire. Yeah, just.
So did your LQ just go to nothing, or was there a sort of gradual coming down? Did you see?
No OSD, mate.
What?
Kiss. Yeah.
Are you some sort of Luddite? No OSD.
Yeah,
I know. What your battery is?
The signal wire on the old Swift 2 flight controller, the Swift 2 camera.
Wow.
Welcome
I know. 2002.
Well, 2017, baby. No, 18 maybe. I don't know. When did Kiss V2 come out? It was steam powered. Thank you, Magical Pencil.
18.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I know. Like, but does LQ really work that well? Like, because it always
mine
just
says 99 permanently, but I don't think I've wired it up properly.
Yeah,
you haven't. And in that case, you're not. Because last time I used it, you had to send. Well, I say last time before last time. The first time I got Crossfire, and I've only got 2 quads on it. You set up LQ to push out through a channel, and then you put that, and it's 99 all the time. You're like, this is amazing. Then in 4.2, I think you don't have to do anything, and Betaflight, if you use Betaflight, not KISS, gets LQ and RSSI automatically. You just put it on the OSD, and what you should be looking at is the LQ, because LQ gives you the type of like hertz it is. So if you get 2 and then :100, then you're on the very fastest mode, and then once that signal drops off, it goes to 1, which is like 50 hertz mode, which is slower but good. And if it ever gets to 0, then it's like hanging on with like really slow packets, and that's the time you sort of turn around and come back.
I've got mine set up on my tranny, so it shouts at me when it. I think it's 40%. I've got it as shouting. You're going. This is getting a bit low now, which isn't that low.
Call me weird, but I like to see it on my screen.
I got telemetry. I got telemetry lost halfway on the field, and I got right to the bottom of the field, and then just as I start turning, so I didn't have RSSI low, and I didn't have RSSI critical. All I had was telemetry lost. That's all I had, and I don't understand.
There's got to be something wrong with either end. one end of, the antenna, your
What
transmitter
orientation is the antenna on your quads, and what orientation is the antenna on your transmitter?
Not ideal, Frank.
antenna. Have you not got a
What does that
diamond?
mean? It's either normally horizontal or vertical. Which way was yours?
Well, I've got the Mr. Steve Immortal L, which is like that, which is not ideal because it means that the main antenna is running halfway up along a aluminium standoff, which is never too great.
Yeah, but seriously, a crossfire should, even if it's mounted by an amateur, would do better than that.
Well, I was just wondering, are you pointing like complete 0 dB towards each other? Are you,
No, and the other one's like a slight whatever angle it came out of the flight case. I get it. It's totally...
especially as you were saying, as you turned, it went from okay to nothing. That suggests to me that it might be that there's an orientation or a location, or it's something about that more than.
I know
something...
it's like kind of user error, but 100 milliwatt open. It shouldn't have.
Well, I think this is more of a point about quads are always going to be more difficult because you're in a small space with loads of carbon and other electronics. As good as Crossfire is, it's always going to perform better if it's out on a wing away from loads of electronics. You're going to get many more miles. You shove it into a tiny little space and say work the best you can. It's going to be usually good for a good few kilometers, but a bit shite when it comes to any dodgy things.
I know.
Richard Warwick says Crossfire should do up to 1 kilometer without antenna attached. Well, I agree. It should do something like that. Can you just stop? Thank you.
What are you doing?
Just to be clear, Tony is talking to a dog, having an English conversation, expecting it to respond.
Well, she does respond. She's digging at a pillow to try to make it more comfortable, but it's a new bed set I put on there, and it costs some money, so I don't want to teething it. You know when dogs curl round and pull up?
It must have a problem. You shouldn't lose signal like that. That's what
I agree.
But could it be compounded user error? So there's user error of the antennas not being in the ideal orientation, plus perhaps mistakenly thinking that it's set to 100 milliwatts. And it's
it definitely was. I looked. I had a good old read of that on the walk over there, Frank. Trust me, on that one.
Even 25 milliwatts, it should do better. It should.
I know.
I've seen people fly miles with them.
I had a bit of Crossfire the other week when I was in the field, but I had to take into account that I was surrounded by an electrified fence. And there was a guy in the field waving a metal detector around, and I thought this is perhaps an unfair test scenario, and I might need a clean environment to decide if I think signals being. I maxed the power up to 250 milliwatts because it was dropping off really quickly on auto. It was all right on there, but
it could be something in the environment. Was there anything near you? Any electrical stuff?
Yeah, there was a radio signal tower.
I was sitting under.
We were sitting on.
No, it was the far right hand corner, and I went to the far left corner. And the only other thing that's changed on my quad is I've added one of those immersion RC, impulse RC LEDs on the back. So that's got a nice voltage dropper from 4S to 5 volt. And that's the only thing that's changed. And I think the L-shaped antenna just isn't good as well.
I've got the diamond on my Crossfire.
Are you absolutely certain you're set to the UK frequency?
Yes. Not 900.
And not the US frequency.
Oh no.
The old phone trick isn't working out, is it, Frank? Do you want to say that again?
I'm not on the phone this time. I might plug the phone in and see if that works better.
No,
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. You just froze for a little bit.
No, it
but
did.
Like-
It froze. It definitely froze. But
If
I've,
it does
I've
it
again,
supposedly
we'll let
got
you know.
lots of down and lots of up and very low jitter. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know whether it might be
We're
something
all
else.
clear again now, so
We'll see. We'll
People
see.
saying L-shaped antenna just isn't that good.
yeah.
Lol.
I use the diamond
I
one on,
think so,
on my
yeah.
transmitter.
And
I'd love.
Caroline's calling us all amateurs, which
Well,
That's fair.
That's fair enough. Yeah, yeah. I
The
agree.
trouble is,
yeah.
I would get my quad so you guys can have a look, but I know.
But I am
they're
not
really
wearing any
cool.
bottoms.
Yeah, I am. Of course, they're not pulled up very well, but they are.
Around my ankles.
Go get it,
that's
Jack.
fine.
Let us all
Look,
see.
Look, but my butt is slightly.
We don't want to see that. Oh God, gangster!
That's gone beyond cleavage into just showing your bottom.
I know that is not. That is not
Can I
agreed
just
with
say?
terms
Can
of
I just say
service.
my mental health points are going down tonight?
GDR. There
If
you
I
go.
disappear, my computer might be dead because
Hmm.
I'm seeing some weird glitches on my monitor.
Ooh.
Oh, graphics
Something
card.
might be dying.
That's a
Oh,
glitch
dear.
in the matrix.
Are all the fans plugged in?
Probably. I don't know. I mean, I've checked the temperatures. Temperatures are all fine. Nothing's unhappy.
Shouldn't have
Hopefully
anything to
you're
worry
right.
about then.
Let's have a look at your quad then. Where did you put the antenna?
Sorry, I've just received a. Oh shit! Didn't know the Germans did that to you all. Geez. Oh my god. My
What?
Canadian friend didn't know about the Blitz, so I've been teaching him. I was like, you what?
I've not
It's
heard of a World War
only-
II denier yet. This is new.
What happened?
I know,
there?
isn't it? Don't know. I think that's just bad education. Too much stealing cars instead of actually learning stuff.
What, in Canada? They don't do that, do they?
Yeah,
They're
well,
nice. They don't
I
have
know-
guns. They're all nice people. We just go out in the wilderness and
Cable could
Stuff
be
like that.
loose on the monitor PC.
No, I have checked that.
No, Siri, go away. I'm talking to you. Oh,
right. Can we
Jesus.
see your orientation of your antenna, please?
Let Frank deliver his line first and accuse me of something. I can't remember what you said.
Oh, I was just wondering, have you I don't know, updated something and it's accidentally set it to US frequencies rather than UK frequencies and so you're being blasted out the air by mobile phone signals?
We're on the 800 thing, yeah.
Oh,
868. Yeah.
There you go.
I think we've got a donation come in. Thank you very much, Win. Can you light something?
Yeah, sure.
There you go. Contribution.
Oh my god, that clipped like crazy. Hang on.
Sorry, but there you go. Thanks
a little
very
bit
much.
further away, buddy.
Win, that'll keep us running for another episode.
Yeah. Whew. I know next month's going to be tough for the editor. Is he going to go on strike? Do we know yet?
I'll let you know when I
What?
remember to pay him.
Oh god. Oh, thank you, Win.
Thank you, Win. Much appreciated.
Thank you, buddy.
I'm sorry the content's pants, but no one's really been out except for Jack. We've
Not
got
true.
we've got a few people coming on
Yeah.
soon.
Daddy's been out.
You went out as well, Tony.
I know.
It's just me that hasn't. I'm in the bottom
Frank
row
this
today.
Haha.
Hit that like.
Speaking of which, we did get some lovely new Patreons at the end of the show last week. Thank you guys.
Oh,
Bless
brilliant. Thank you.
Cool.
you. Can you remember who they were? We had. I think Caroline was one.
Caroline, wasn't it? At least
Yeah,
one of them.
and who else was?
I've just got a shout out my best buddy, Ivan
Andrew
Jin.
Lawrence was our other
Oh, cool.
patron.
Thanks.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you.
Yes, I did go out. Why with an eye? Why with an eye,
It's-
Grumpy?
It's funny. Andrew
I
Lawrence,
don't
yep,
like it.
Caroline. Wes, we
Huh.
still love you.
She was a
We
girl.
do.
Tony with an eye.
Gabe.
Well,
your
I
hero.
would have been if my parents were going to
Oh,
keep
yeah, that's
my Tony and Terry, even if we were girls. So,
Just replacing the Y's with eyes.
yeah, pretty much. So, and this has been about 10 minutes, and we still haven't seen your antenna properly.
Yeah, I
Jack,
know. Calm down.
calm down.
Speaking of which, we haven't had like a decent look at the old tomahawk yet. Where's your tomahawk? Get it out. Come on, Tone.
Jesus, I've only heard that a few times this year. I'll go and get it and top up my drink while you talk about
Andrew
your antenna.
Lawrence message. Where are you in the? Have you been
I'll be
chatting
back
in the
in a
chat?
minute.
Make yourself known. Jerry's there. Sorry, I'm doing some Patreon stuff. Right. So yes, as you can see, I've added the LED at the rear, little LED panel, not to be confused with the one that me and Curry Kitten are working on. Have you sent that
I'm
off?
not really working on it. I'm just hanging on. No, I need to talk to you about it because I got to the ordering page and it asked me lots of questions. I don't know the answer to any of these, so we need to sit down tomorrow and go through it.
Okay, no worries. We can do that. Yeah. So there's my receiver buried in the back there, and the wire loops round, and there's the dipole running in a little L configuration. And then I was flying along, and I turned, and then it spun round, and then went up the hill, and then just remained fully upside down. And feel free to.
Have you
Nab
tested
my
your
ID.
failsafe recently?
Yeah, why? You fail safe, all right?
So then why are we talking about the crossfire? Because
Well, it correctly fell on the floor, which is what the failsafe did.
Yeah.
but if it was sitting, if you said it turned and then went upside down, that wasn't just failsafe,
Well,
was it?
I was turning and then it spun out. Yeah, because it when it fail safes, it locks you out for a sec, and then it does the kiss punch up thing for about 2 seconds, and then just dragged itself up the.
You're doing a weird sort of failsafe, not just cut the motors and fall out the sky.
Have you checked?
No.
Because Frank said last.
It's a special pirouette and turn upside down, which sounds much better.
Yeah, that
Frank-
antenna looks.
Frank said last week that one of his friends had the bit coming out coming out the back of his Tyrannus, like it wasn't in there
Yes.
properly. Could it be that?
Maybe.
Have you looked at it? Is it loose in the back of there?
Seems. I don't know. Seems all right.
I mean,
How do you
I
feel
keep
about it?
keep
'Cause-
mine in there. I never take it out.
Because you phoned me the other day and said, what's going to be better, Ghost or Tracer? Because you were fed up
Yeah.
with Crossfire because of it. Are you
Yeah,
sort of-
it's just the low and the
I've never had a problem.
It's in there. I've got the classic Sega. Oh, I know. Half the switches are broken off. What do you want from me?
Fix
See
me.
the antenna you got on there? I swapped mine for a diamond antenna for about 20 quid.
Yeah,
Don Lads asks, how are you powering Crossfire?
through the through the transmitter.
See.
Should
So,
work. Richard Warwick says, just use Ghost. It's the greatest, probably. I don't know.
I've
I'm
invested
still-
in Crossfire. I'm just going to stay with it.
Well, I've only got 2 receivers on Crossfire, and I've got 1 Ghost receiver, so I'm going to test Ghost out on something proper to go with this ridiculous Rush FPV VTX I got, which goes up to about 1.2 watts, I think.
How big is
Which
it?
is, it's 30 mil, normal stack.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not being funny. I've flown really far, high up in the air, but it seems to be like low to the ground. Not good. I'm loving Express LRS.
People
Maybe you
keep
just went
talking about
behind
Express LRS as a big thing.
something.
Yeah, I watched I've watched a couple of videos on it, and like, why wouldn't you? If you know, it bypasses the whole, like, you know, free sky, you know, LBT, blah blah blah, you know, this and that. This works with this doesn't work with that. Put a crossfire antenna on an R9 module. Great idea. Oh god, great idea. Both were female connectors.
That's what
Whoops.
she said.
Huh.
Well,
My only concern with the
Crossfire
Express
Sorry, go ahead.
LRS is that I don't know how kind of robust it is yet in terms of, is it going to be the sort of thing that needs to have updates because someone's found a weird bug in it? Because it doesn't have over-the-air updates yet, I don't think, as far as I'm aware, from what I've seen. So in which case, is that going to be a case of every time you go out, you need to update everything and flash it all with
like
connectors?
Like DJI. Every time you plug your new... Yeah.
But it's certainly
at least DJI is over the air.
Yeah, you don't want to be ripping receivers out just to update them. This is like
God, yeah.
R9 version 1 was like, oh yeah, we'll have over-the-air updates later, and then they're like, oh yeah, all those original receivers turned out we didn't have enough flash memory on them, so we're going to make a special lot, and we'll ignore the old stuff. So I can't blame people for repurposing some of their R9 gear for Express LRS, because it's like, well, no, FreeSky never tells you what's going on. We might as well use it.
Steve FPV in the chat, who is loving Express LRS, says it has passed through on 900 and Wi-Fi on 2.4. I don't know if he means that means you can just update it over Wi-Fi, or whether he's just talking about something else.
Oh, I don't know. I heard, Grumpy FPV saying about a Happy Model doing a Wi-Fi board with Express LRS. I heard they were doing some stuff with it.
There's lots of rumours out there, because I've heard Fat Shark have got a new digital goggle coming and everything. So there is rumours.
I think as well with the Open LRS is that I don't think there's so much like hardcore updates with that. I think the hardest part is having the nightlies on what you have to flash your transmitter with OpenTX, and not having the correct SD card contents for all that sort of stuff. I think that's the main problem at the moment, but you know, once you've done your receivers, you should be all right.
And Steve FPV does say for updates. There you go.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, cool, man. It's got Ghost on 2 quads and Crossfire on 2 planes and 2 quads. I've had no issues so far. And what? Ceramic aerial?
For the Happy Model Express LRS module with the Wi-Fi board.
Ceramic aerial? Not know about those. Send me a link, Grumpy.
Yeah, I've never actually had a failsafe on either Crossfire or R9. So I've had one Ghost while I was walking around the street, but that was an early bug on it.
Yeah, I've seen people on R9 fall out of the sky. Not far away.
I had RSSI down to like single figures, and I still had control. I couldn't figure it out. I was like, "This is a weird measurement of RSSI." Like, what's the RSSI? 6. Why am I still flying?
Trouble is with the OSD for KISS, I really didn't like it, because I've got an open board, like, you know.
An open board?
Yeah, like, you know, the pin-out boards for OSD. I've got it here somewhere.
Oh, we're talking about KISS OSD, are we?
Yeah, KISS OSD, yeah, because Curry Kitten ripped the fuck into me.
Well, I'm sorry, it doesn't make sense for me in 2021 that we're talking about quads without any OSD on them. Really, I
Hmm.
mean, call me elitist, but I like some
No,
figures on my screen.
Fet Tech and that. What do I do? Like flash it with the latest stuff, and you got to externally power it with, your separate 5 volts and all that shit. Like, really? I don't even know what half this stuff is on this. So
Connect
I never.
A to B and then press play. That's how it works.
Jack looks like he's holding the Ark of the Covenant right now.
Yeah.
It's very shiny.
Someone's face is going to
right.
melt.
Oh.
I mean, because the other thing was in the Discord, Dominic Clifton, before his brain leaking issue, he was working on his new H7 board with the onboard Express LRS for 0 latency between receiver and flight controller, because the same chip is doing everything. But I don't know how much of an issue that really is, but I guess if it's less, then that's better. But yeah, there's quite a lot being done on Express LRS, and it seems to be popping up quite a lot on, a lot of people doing various long range stuff, or not even long range stuff, but just generally flying around doing weird projects. That seems to be a fairly popular one. So hopefully there's more support and demand for it.
It's just
Well, check
always
it out, I think.
changing, isn't it? All the time. It's just like
It's
I mean,
good though.
put your roots in.
The good
it
thing is,
good,
we used to. It wasn't that many years ago that you had to invest in quite expensive full free systems to get sort of beyond a kilometre, and now going out of range, Jack excluded, seems to be a thing of the past. You don't usually fail safe unless you. How was the rest of the flying though? Was that good until it went horribly wrong?
Where did you go fly? What did you fly? Who did you fly with? What sort of flying were you doing? How many packs did you do?
Slow follows, he said.
4 packs with the old Digberdan, and it was just me and him chilling. It was good. I've got some footage. That's basically
Will you
what
upload it? Because it's been about a year since you've
We
done
could
anything.
expect that in what, 2 years' time, maybe, if I edit it for you.
Paint a picture for us. Were you going to a field? Were you going to a forest? What
Were
was
there
going
trees?
on? What was the weather like?
Open field, and we went and.
Well, that makes it even worse for Crossfire.
I know, it was worrying.
You must have gone down a hill, or there must you've got something's gone wrong with it.
How do you
did
notice?
you try another model with this
Definitely.
with Crossfire on it?
How do you know safe though? Like, why couldn't it have been brownout or something?
Jack has lots of brownouts, mostly at home.
Thanks, Pam. There's something better about myself.
Sorry. How's the point system working tonight? Is it going up or
Constantly down?
Mine's going up. Funny.
Sell.
Oh man, do you remember that? That was so funny.
Playing paper clips with Tony.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah, that was
so efficient at that.
Shall I tell you what I did?
Yes.
I tightened all my nuts, and it worked.
Hey.
I watched a video about you tightening your nuts. I haven't watched the follow-up, and it sounded like that one on the flight controller where it was going to walk around was the culprit.
I think it was the flight controller one. I did sit there and I was just literally went through the whole thing on the X-Car, spin it around. Then when I looked at the flight controller and literally one was almost out. So one corner was so loose, it was ridiculous. So I just pinched that in and took it for a fly, and it was perfect. So yeah, it was pretty sure it was just the flight controller loose, but it flew and it flew good. So that's all ready for wings and wheels. I probably won't touch it now till I go.
And just double check that before you go.
Yes.
Right.
And then Martin, sorry Jack, sent me the new top plate for the Tomahawk. And then Greg from Menace made me some. He doesn't sell these, but he's thinking he's going to sell these. Some Periscope left-hand polarized antennas. So now, even with the battery here, we've got plenty of. I mean, you can angle these wherever you want because they're on stiff. I've tested it, not flown it very far, but
Coaxial, stiff coaxial.
yeah.
Watch
Yeah.
your mic, buddy. You keep
Oh,
bumping it.
sorry, it's because
Sorry.
it's 7-inch, isn't it? But yeah, it's really good improvement. Looked quite good. Looks like a bug.
Yeah, it does. There's like little buggy antennas on.
Yeah.
But it's so the periscopes, are they the pagodas but just with the long coax?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're normally just for your goggles, but I think Greg's, I just mentioned it. I just said, look, you should just literally sell these for long range and left-hand polarized for DJI. He handmade these and sent them to me. So thanks very much, Greg from Menace.
Have you tried them out yet?
Yeah, I have tried them, and I didn't get any red going around any of my flying field. Normally, I get going behind trees and stuff. That you get the bars and a little bit of red, but I didn't get any red whatsoever. So I haven't tried them down where I normally fly them at Hidden Valley because we've had this horrible wind and now we've got bloody rain. So I will go down.
As you said, bank holiday weekend. It's bound to be windy, rainy.
It'll be raining.
Yep.
Yeah. So
some good build weather.
Building weather or airsoft. I'm going to airsoft. I'm going to shoot some kids and people and stuff. So I'm going to enjoy myself, whatever.
And he's also going to play airsoft.
Here we go.
That looks like some bright blue sky and a big open field.
It's a nice day. Flying downhill, Jack. You're out of line of sight now.
No, it's not downhill at all. That's fine.
Through the goalpost.
It's only a football field away.
So I'm heading for these goalposts here at the far corner. So I've got it totally clear line of sight, no one about, and nice and low.
I mean, the low isn't necessarily a good thing. I can't remember how the Fresnel zone works with wavelengths.
So
it looks like you just clipped a goalpost.
You just crashed.
It was a
what are you talking about?
What?
A slight downhill, wasn't there?
Look.
No, I think you just crashed, Jack.
No. Can you not hear the beeping?
We can't hear anything.
We can't hear anything.
Yeah, you're not going to. That's fine. There.
I say user error.
How can I have crashed? Look how big those are. It went through it.
It went sideways.
You
into the
flew
hill.
in an entire open airspace and still managed to crash into the one quad there was.
Yeah. I say it was user error. Look, back into
So
that.
Is it possible that when you turned, you thought you were on a flat and forgot there was a slope there and hit it?
No. Hang on. Oh my God.
Because that's how it kind of looks.
I think you crashed.
Right. Shush. So you don't hear yourself. Oh my God.
You can mute me if you want, but I reckon
Stop.
it crashed.
No, it'll feed back. Ready?
There's no sound.
No.
Crashed.
Sorry.
There's no sound.
Beep, 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 beep. Come.
All right, everybody in the chat,
Mm.
if you think Jack just crashed into the slope, type crashed. If you think Crossfire fail-safed one football field
It
away,
fails.
please type
Look,
fail-safe.
even Blue Owl, look, is
Blue Owl says there is a slope there, definitely a
Oh
crash.
my God.
Blue
Yeah.
Owl was the best pilot, so she's right.
yep.
Oh my God.
User
Yes.
error. Crossfire for the win still. How's that graph, Jack? Still going
Oh
down?
my God. Don't know why I even woke up for this. Crashed. Yes,
You
It
flew
crashed.
into the ground.
because it fail-safed.
Crashed.
No,
what
that's not what
happens.
Carrie asked people to put in the chat.
Oh, I don't know.
I reckon it
Win
crashed.
says
and
landed,
then
which is a really kind way of saying unscheduled.
Magical Pencil thinks the battery in the GoPro in the way. Richard Warwick reckons the LiPo block line of sight. Everyone's saying, just admit it, you crashed. Crashed. Antenna
Yeah,
null.
I'm
I
with
think
the
it did fail
audience.
safe, but after it hit the ground.
No, it. Oh my god!
Right, play it again. Can you do it in slow mo? Can you
I'm
click
just
by
Frame
click?
by frame.
We want to click by click, frame by frame. What
Is
we
it
recording in?
72? So if I play, if I play the file, does it include the sound?
We'll find out, I guess.
Well, no, you're the one who does it.
Yeah, but I've only done it once, and I can't remember.
I've got to transfer it to my computer because at the moment I'm playing it off an SD card.
So we're going to have a minor intermission on this particular subject. Completely different subject, but just talking about Express LRS made me think of it. Curry, how's OpenHD going? Have you had another crack at it since November?
No, because what I found is I'm very bad at flitting about between projects. So I'm trying to get myself clear space to actually do something proper with it. But on the positive note, I now do have a flying space that I can use until at least July. So I can do some stuff. I need to update a bunch of things. And what I might do as well, instead of using that screen I've got, is just take a second Pi 4 and use Elgato to record it properly, because I had frames dropping off the iPhone that weren't there, and then I can feed that HDMI into goggles and use it better.
Nice, because I keep looking like your OpenHD videos and other OpenHD videos as well keep popping up in my YouTube recommended, and I look at it and go, oh, that looks like quite a lot of fun. I have some Pis, but probably not the right Pis, and then I go looking at Wi-Fi adapters and whatever else that you need for it and adding it all to cart, and then going, no, if Curry can't do it, then it's probably not going to be a thing that I can do in a day before I get bored and lose interest.
Unfortunately, the Wi-Fi adapters are the expensive bits. If you use those named ones, you can get some cheapo ones from like AliExpress, but I don't know if you can expect them to be any good.
It seems like you're having trouble with it anyway before going cheap on stuff.
I wasn't. I mean, the thing plugged together and just kind of worked in terms of like, look, here's an image. I had problems with one of the Pis exploding for no apparent reason. I mean, to be fair, one of which I drew myself out a thing and then looked at it and then stupidly approached it from the reverse to plug in and like, aha, and that's like the reverse. So I blew up the UART that way. And then on the second one of the Pi Zeros, it just stopped working all of a sudden. And that one I sent back and got a replacement, and that one's been fine. But I'm doing slightly more with it. So I'm pushing out the control from the radio. So the radio plugs into USB to the ground station Pi, and that pushes the signal through the Wi-Fi to the other Pi. And that Pi is also pushing out servo controls for pan tilt as well. So it's doing a little bit more.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm going to upgrade all the software and try it again. And I've got my 450 quad to sort out on iNav. And then once iNav is sorted, then another Pi board goes on there to try the HD on a flying thing.
Okay. It might be worth looking at. If I order it today, is it gonna? It might turn up Saturday morning, maybe.
I'll hopefully come back to it soon.
Dog there. Dog.
For everyone listening at home, Jack has opened
the
up this video again from his quad, and his
Crash.
quad is upside
From
down,
his
and there is a
crash.
dog coming to investigate.
When you say
And that
dog
is what
there,
he's talking about.
that looked like a tiny dot on the screen.
And that was a fly.
Oh,
Could've been
yeah.
a word.
Are you confused between dogs and flies? I don't understand. I know we talk about small and very far away.
At the moment, I'm pulling off a load of files from here. But there you go. There, see, dog.
Yeah.
Dog. There's a dog
Yeah.
leg. There's the dog sniffing it.
There you go.
Well, that is terrifying. You really did underplay how serious this dog attack was. It's just like, what's this?
No.
Dude, I had a whole plane stood on by cows. This is nothing.
Dog's tail. I know. The dog lead.
All right, we've established a dog come
Yeah.
over.
There was a
We
dog
believe
there.
you that there was a dog.
but we
We're not
still
convinced
don't
about the
believe
failsafe.
that Crossfire
Are you suggesting it
failsafe.
dog fail-safe or what?
No, it was Grumpy FPV that said, "Yeah, there's no dog unless you filmed it. User error." Hang on, we got a few more minutes. I'm definitely not arguing with you guys that antenna placement less than ideal, because
It is
you can
less than
see
ideal,
as I've turned that everything's
But there's
just
a
not in
hill
the way of
there,
the
and you
No,
backed
well,
into it.
the hill. No, I fail safed and then it went into the hill. It tried to
Apparently.
fly up the hill.
How it
Apparently.
looks. I'll let you know how it looks. Let's suggest there was nothing there telling us what happened. If I watched that, and if anybody watched that, it kind of looks like someone flew along, turned around, hit a slope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
But-
yeah,
I don't see anything to contravene that particular assertion
No.
at this point.
I think we should get Trappy on the show next week, play it back, and see what he thinks. He'd say you crashed as well.
I mean, I can fly through a rugby post. They're massive. Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but you went backwards into a slope.
I know you. I know you're
Into a hill.
joking, Grumpy. No, I didn't. I fail safed into the hill, and then my
I don't
quad
believe
sat
it.
there
Well, nor does anyone else.
munching the hill.
Oh God! Did it not turn off? So why were the props spinning then? Oh, did
'Cause
it
it
fail
does-
safe and not turn off?
It fail safes and then it does a 2-second punch out to try and raise you up
So if it did a punch out, why didn't it go above the slope?
because it hit the
'Cause
hill
it-
by then.
Because he crashed
Well,
into.
that's because you already crashed and then it fail safe, surely.
Well, no, fucking.
Do
You
wanna
lose
come back?
control.
Are you coming back
It
on
fail
next week?
safes. And then once it's decided you definitely fail safe and you can't get any signal, it does a punch out to try and gain signal and then cuts off.
Yeah,
I'm with Blue Owl.
yeah.
Well, Jack, we agreed it was a crash.
I can show you
Just
some
out of
crashes
interest,
if you want, but
I just stuck it in the Fresnel zone calculator, and at 868 megahertz compared to 2,400 megahertz, you're looking at a Fresnel zone radius of 3.6 meters instead of 2 meters. So maybe you're just flying too low.
sounds about right. So, 2 seconds off target mince mode, nice. Stephen, that is quite funny. Yeah, I know. I should
That's a
just have
weird-
it crash.
Fail safe. Like in a race, have you got a choice in it? Because like in a race, if they check your fail safe and they want you just to power off, don't they? Not
Yeah.
suddenly turn on for 2 seconds.
It's like, yeah, it's like it doesn't like go to full thing. It just goes like it ramps just up above halfway, just to kind of like pop you up and try and get you out of the thing. You want that for like when you're flying over water and stuff. You don't want it to just drop. Top
Yeah, when you're
mounted.
flying over water in a fail safe, you want it to take a good run up before it dives in again.
Just admit it, Jack. Just like hold your hand up and say I crashed into the
Did
hill.
not crash into the hill. I was practicing your spins through the
Yeah,
goals,
exactly.
and
You practiced.
I
So yours
you
crashed
was
shit.
great.
in there.
All your
But when
spins
I'm-
are shit. You need to
I
keep
think
practicing.
one of the problems with
basically.
your spinning is you end up facing the wrong way and going backwards. Sometimes
yeah,
into a
into
hill.
a hill.
into a hill. I definitely fail safe.
I don't believe it.
Fair enough. Whatever.
Clown FPV wants to know if the battery is top or bottom mounted, but I don't know what relevance that has.
It's an alien, so it'd be top.
Top. Yeah.
I guess that's
See-
whether it was in front, blocking the antennas.
Yeah. As soon as I turn like that, you got GoPro battery and everything else in the way. Yes. Yep.
The basically there was a hill in the way, and you crashed into it.
I spent the whole minute looking at the hill as I flew to it. I knew there was a hill there.
Yeah,
I
but maybe that
fail-safed
was just the case of
into
you
the
were
hill.
staring at it, so that's why you went. It's like that thing of don't crash into the tree and then you hit the tree.
That does happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called? What is that called? Target fixation.
There you go.
Target fixation. Right, is it 1073? Yep, there you go. Fuck. Oh, sorry, editor, but fuck me. Video file.
Are you going to play it again?
Yeah, and hopefully you can hear the.
Well, we hear the beeps of you panicking and literally flicking the switch. I've crashed. Flick.
Yeah, I don't understand. Hang on. Sorry, Ed.
You're coming up to a goal post, rugby post. There's a hill on the right. Going right through the rugby post backwards.
Crash.
Okay.
So what do
now
the
I can
beeps
hear.
mean?
I might
I
let
mean, I can
you off.
play. I can play other bits where, yeah, I definitely crashed.
Next, can you plug your quad in, arm your quads, turn your radio off, and see what beeps it makes when it fail safes? Just to tell us.
By all means, lads.
And if it's a fail safe, I'll apologise profusely.
Written apology
I'll give you I'll post a written
With-
apology
with-
to you.
with 10 minutes of Joker footstool.
Okay.
10 whole minutes, because I still haven't had that yet. We still
Well, I
haven't
think
claimed
you'll have
that.
to talk to him about that.
Yeah. Well, your ass will have to cash it. You'll have to do a deal with him.
I'm confused. You asked Jack to plug in the cord, and he seems to have an electric screwdriver out.
He's taking the props off. It's being safe.
Taking the
Yeah,
props
it's been
off.
cancelled.
fair
I
enough.
don't blend my face off. What was it, Steve? Stephen Gibbs? 2 second soft target mince mode. That is. Can I put that on a shirt? Because that's fucking amazing. Oh, Frank, I bought a wanky glue gun.
Excellent.
I'm one of you now. Yeah, baby.
One of us. One of
We
us.
weren't
Us.
complaining whenever we fixed a thing with it. So
I know. I never. Yeah, I know. But it's just the socks and sandals next, innit, boys? Oh, hang
I
on.
don't
Right,
think
let's-
the socks and sandals appreciate hot glue. To be fair,
Oh, they
That's-
love this stuff.
I
That's how
think
they get
that's
high.
a pretty exclusively flight test.
I'd buy you socks and sandals for Christmas if you really want.
Here you go. Ready? Armed. Oh shit! Hang on. No, it hasn't got ready now.
I've been crossfiring. I'm still thinking
User error still on the
Ready?
table.
Right. Ready? Oh,
Why is it beeping now?
What?
I think he might be right. You know.
I did.
I think
didn't-
you.
I'm not
I
talking bullshit.
I'm going to apologise.
I've
and say
mounted-
you didn't crash.
Yes,
I'm
thank
sorry,
you.
Jack. You
Yeah,
are
written
right.
apology.
I will
on
write-
the other hand, I'm
I'll
a bell
write,
end,
I'm
and the
sorry
mount.
10 times. But-
I've mounted the antenna not very well. I'd admit that is my fuck up, but I definitely fail safed into a hill.
Okay, all right. I apologise profusely, and I'll write down 10 times. I am sorry, Jack. You didn't
Yeah,
crash. It was fail safe. Yeah, you're right. We're sorry.
fail safe.
I'm
use
not
error.
sorry
Yeah,
because it was
basically.
funny.
Yeah, I mean, we killed.
It was still kind of user error, though.
Well, yeah, of course. It was someone didn't mount their antennas very well.
Yeah.
But it's put a nice big switching power supply with an LED board right next to it. Put the antenna parallel to a nice big standoff, and put a GoPro carbon frame and battery in the way of the antenna.
And a load of ground right nearby.
Look, here we got.
And
I think this might be Richard Warwick's apology.
Who's the
Jack
other?
was
Who's the
right,
other
Jack was
little?
right, Jack was right. Jack was right. Jack was right about 10 times. So
Grumpy and you. Sorry, there was a dog as well. Come on.
Blue Owl was
Sorry.
not sorry. It was a crash.
It wasn't a crash. Right, you're
a
banned
fail-safe
for.
crash.
He's not. They're not going to ban anyone for taking the piss out of me.
Jack did in that 5 minutes of like I'm uploading the footage is quickly rearrange the audio and slide it out a little bit.
Me edit footage. Come off it, Gary.
If
That's
you
your
were
job.
going to do it, though, it would be for that.
No, it would. Hell no. It wouldn't. It would.
Your rule is you're only going to do something really difficult if it's so obscure that no one else will ever appreciate it. That seems to be true of every project you've completed.
Yeah.
Screen 2. Hang on. Let's share screen 2. How do I stop the video thing? Like,
Just
remove
be
from
careful
studio?
of what we're going to watch on here, please.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Naked
Hang on.
Tony. What?
Yeah, there's a.
Oh my god!
Look at
there
that
is
for a photo.
Oh, that is impressive. That needs
do
to
you want me to email that to you, Tone?
Yes, that needs to be
Alright,
your
Tinder profile picture
Tinder profile.
right there.
That's excellent.
Freezing my.
Why is there Why is there a folder called Naked Tony there? Is that
On your desktop.
Yeah, it's
It's easy access to Naked Tony.
is that like?
it's
have
always
I got to
been
be
there.
worried?
It's basically an Easter
It's
egg.
always been there.
It's always been there. It's got. It's you're not actually naked. It's a couple of screenshots from when I knocked on the door and then broke in the shower when we stayed in that place, Wales,
Okay.
and I made sure I filmed just the top of you. And then there's like a shot of you when I opened your door, like early in the morning. You're in your boxes there anyway. So there's just stills of that, but it's a little Easter egg for people when I used to like stream.
For when you
Is this an
die.
Easter egg for who?
No, it's
just accessing your PC.
It's just
See,
funny.
this is exactly the thing. Jack puts all this effort in for something that no one else will ever appreciate.
Yeah, I know. Like it's instead of it's just like it's just funny to it's just like I've told people about that. I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it was Dave, Magic Pencil. And I said, like, there is on if you watch, like, remember when I used to do the building on the desk and stuff like that, the long live streams, there's always been a folder like Naked Tony. So if you go through anywhere I share my screen, it's always been there.
It's always been there.
Yeah. So it's just like a little reference to, like
I've told
Tony.
you LDO should do a calendar. I've been up for that.
You won't sell with me on there, man.
It's
I'm
just a Tony calendar. That's-
Well, come on,
Cat
we've
D,
already
like-
got your snapshot of that could be January, the one that you just shared. Your hair going
Oh,
everywhere.
no. That's horrendous. It was so windy last week.
I know, it's
We
been
went out on
horrible
a
winds.
Thursday. It was horrible.
Cold wind and all.
Try that next week.
I really want to do, people, if you're listening, I really want to do a right to repair episode, and I'm gonna try and send a few emails out to people who are not necessarily in the drone community, and it's
Did you
something I
not
wanted to
send them
chat.
yet?
No, well, I don't know. I just wanted your opinion on them, Frank, as well. But I'd really like to do a sort of right to repair episode. Would you guys be interested in talking about that? Tony's got no idea what it is, but Frank, would you be happy talking about that? Or do you
I'm
not
not sure
care?
I'd be able to talk about it for more than 2 minutes. I don't know.
Me
Sounds like
me
an
and
off-the-air discussion.
fair enough.
If
I
you,
won't worry
listeners,
about it.
have suggestions for topics that you'd like us to cover on the show in any upcoming episode, you can send them to us at letsdroneout@gmail.com, or you can post them on our Patreon, but that's probably going to get missed because Patreon is weird and we don't get notifications about stuff. Or you could send us messages on through the Facebook page, stick posts in the Facebook group, or message us on Instagram, or post comments on the YouTube channel, or any other way that you can think of for getting messages to us. The Discord, of
Tailspin.
course.
I was gonna. Sorry, Frank.
You just rudely interrupted then.
Sorry, Frank.
I thought you had something. What was it you saying?
Well, no, I was like, look, Tailspin says Rossman rocks. Richard Warwick. Maybe them two might want to come on and talk to. You know, you guys have the day off. We'll have them two on to talk about right to repair and moan about stuff. Sorry, Frank,
I'm
cutting you
due
off.
for a day off. I wouldn't mind the first day off.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like if tonight's anything to go by, the only few hours of decent weather are on a Thursday night. So
I know. Yeah. Send us a letter.
yeah.
Can they send us a letter? Is it worth getting a LDO PO box?
Perhaps people would just like an episode dedicated to naked Tonys. It seems popular.
We could
Well,
go through it still by still.
There is topless Tony probably 2 years ago on here. I've been topless a few times on the
Yeah,
on the
between you
live
and Final
stream.
Glide, there's probably enough for a good few calendars there.
I agree. And I apologise.
I don't know.
Don Lads wants to know when we're going to do a meetup.
That was
That's Frank's department.
I forgot what it was called now. The Knots.
The LDO no.
LDO no, that's it.
It's got to be a better name for that.
It's looking more promising. I reckon, having gone a bit further out into the not quite a field, I'm more and more convinced that you could probably do some wings there.
Do you have to have a COVID passport?
Do they exist? I mean, I'm not
Well,
going to get vaccinated for a good few months, so I'm not going to.
Stop showing off.
Frank won't get vaccinated. Under 18s, it's not tested yet.
You have a pill. By then, it'd just be a pill.
I don't know though. He has grown a beard. If he shaves the beard off, he goes back to 12.
That's. I'm saving the beard until I'm vaccinated. When I'm vaccinated, I might reconsider the beard.
Tony, did you have one yet, or do you not believe in these?
He turned it down.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No, surely not.
Yeah. He went there. He was like, "No jab, no chip. You're not tracking me."
You're such a liar.
I know. Sorry.
Editor's had a jab.
Yeah, key worker over there. So,
I've had mine because I'm old.
Have you had yours yet, Jack? Because you're ill.
No, of course not. No.
Why? You're supposed to be like.
I thought they worked out their issues.
They've amended my prescription. It is on my prescription. I've seen it with my own two eyes. It's down there somewhere. They've added it, and I've been added to the list. But whatever
Your
that
name
means.
is also going on the list.
Yeah, I know. That's what it feels like.
You got to remember.
Don't tell him your name, Jack. Oh, thanks, Frank. That's okay. Frank's not my real name.
Tony, you've got to remember anaphylactic shock.
Well, I get anaphylactic shock 24 hours later. I get a later.
Sounds like you're making it up.
From what?
I got stung on the lip and rushed to hospital twice.
Okay, you
And
realise they
I've been
don't just put a bee on you.
No, yes, I
COVID
agree. But anaphylactic shock, I woke up, my head was like this big and my eyes are tiny. 24 hours
well, that's
later.
normal.
I would like to see that.
You cunt. I said it. I said the C word live on air. Sorry, editor.
Well,
Right, see
that's
us
funny.
out. No more
All
discussing
right, thank you. You've been
this
listening to Let's Drone Out. You've been chatting to my best friend, my little Tony,
Bonjour.
and everyone's favourite curry kitten,
Goodbye.
and the Lord of Master. Sorry for speaking over you. It won't happen again.
No,
Frank?
it won't.
And I've been Bright Until I Fly. Tony, thank you for teaching me how to fly rate, mate. And good night.
Bye.